Georgette is on the line again, his mum. Hi, Georgette.
Hi, Neil. How are you?
Look, I'm so sorry about this. What's happened?
Unfortunately, it's come back. So we were told the diagnosis on Monday night wasn't good, and cancer's back.
Now, you had surgery yesterday?
Yeah, he went in for them to be able to do a biopsy to find out exactly what they're dealing with and what's going to be the best way to handle everything. So we're just waiting on the biopsy report to come back, and later this afternoon we'll have a meeting with his doctors and go from there. Yeah.
Have they been able to establish anything so far?
Well, unfortunately, yesterday morning when we had the MRI on Monday afternoon, and his prosthetic eye was bulging. It was just out of control, and we could see that it was rapidly growing. When he got out of the MRI on Monday night, his specialist that has been with him since he was 2, came in and said, look, it's not good news, it's back. We need to do a biopsy and we need to work out exactly where it is. They were pretty confident it wasn't in the brain from the MRI scan on Monday night. But yesterday morning when we spoke to, he's got a new surgeon that deals with rhinoplasty and facial reconstruction. It's apparently in his sinuses and it's corroded the bridge of his nose. So it's there in force, and he was pretty happy last night. He managed to get about 95% of the tumours out, but at the same time it was very soft and pliable and it was breaking, so that's not a great sign. So he's got a long road ahead of him and many surgeries and treatments, but we're going to get through it again.
Yeah. How is he at the moment?
He's been up and down all night. He's been in a fair bit of pain, and his voice is very croaky because he's got a sore throat from the tubing. But, he's Tyler, and he kept telling me not to cry last night, and, we'll get through it. So he's been pretty positive. It was hard Monday night. He was sitting there when it was, told to us what was going on, and he heard the word cancer again, and the only thing he said to me was, am I going to die this time? So it was a bit hard, and but he's a fighter, and I think he's going to continue to fight.
I was going to say it's even harder this time, isn't it? Because he understands more because he's older.
Oh, yeah. He knows what, he remembers quite well what he's gone through, and this time round he's, I think, more aware of what's going to happen to his body and how he's going to end up feeling. And, this time around he's got no vision at all. So, he's come out of surgery last night and, one eye he doesn't see out of, the other eye's missing, and he's in a fair bit of pain, but he's going to get through it. He's a fighter, so
well,
there's no other way.
You'd have to say if anybody's going to get through it, he will, because he's just had that attitude all along, hasn't he?
Yeah, and that's the attitude. We're just going to keep going and going and going, and we're not going to let this get us. So,
how's the family?
It's hit everyone really hard. It was, it was always in the back of our mind, will life be cruel a second time? But we thought, we got to 7 years, it was looking good, and it's wiped us off our feet again. But, we're all going to stand together and stand tall, and, we've got no option. So Brad's hanging in there. Mum and Dad have been a great support, and our friends and family, and, Madeline, I feel terribly for her. She's in year 11 this year, and it's rocked her world. And
that's his sister, Madeline,
yeah. Yeah, she's just, my heart's just broken for her.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there. Yeah.
What did you say? Sorry, go on.
I think I just, the first couple of days just really hit me hard, and I sort of fell to pieces. And yesterday it was like, okay, robot mode. We're back in hospital. Got to get, can't afford to be just sitting around crying. Just doesn't achieve much, but I have my moments, and and then I'll get back up again. So he'll keep me going.
Oh, I'm sure you will. But just having been through it all before, it just seems like yesterday, doesn't it? A few years
Oh,
ago.
I tell you, when I heard the words again, cancer, it was almost like deja vu. I just thought we're stuck back in 2004, and the shock took a while to really sink in. I just thought, oh, God. I was praying I was stuck in a revolving door and it would stop spinning, and it was all, in my imagination. But unfortunately, reality has set in, and this is the past, and we're just going to have to deal with the cards we were dealt.
There's one very different thing this time, Georgette. All of Victoria knows Tyler. You'll have everybody with you. I mean, he touched so many hearts all those years ago with
Yeah.
him because he was an inspirational. He's an inspirational child,
Yeah.
and you'll have the whole. I think everybody in the state knows Tyler, and they'll all be with you. They'll all be thinking of you.
Yeah. They're amazing. The public, just the love and support they gave Tyler last time. I think that really impacted him in a way that nothing else could have. It gave him inspiration and some worth to what had happened. We always say to him, whenever he gets down, and he does have the moments, it was only last week he was screaming at me and angry and, why did you let them take my eyes out? I'm sick of being blind. We have our ups and downs, and they're the moments where I say to him, but you know what? You think back about how many people's lives you've affected, and you've got to give him some reasoning to why it had to happen. And so we're more than appreciative of everything that everybody's done and the support that they've shown to not only him but our family.
Well, I tell you what, we'll get the support running again. We'll get some messages for him. I'm sure people will want to send him messages and say to him that, and reaffirm to him that he's touched those lives. That maybe it's hard to say there's a point to this, but people do care about him. That'll help. That might help.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else we can do for you?
No, we're pretty good at the moment. Yeah, we'll just take it day by day.
Well, you're in the right place at the Royal Children's. So.
Oh, they are amazing. I don't know where we'd be without them, Neil. Honestly, every year the Good Friday Appeal raises so much money for this hospital, and if there was ever a place you'd want to be in, it surely is. They're phenomenal, and the nursing staff, everyone, they love the kids and they just aim for the best, and without them we'd be totally lost.
You please give him our love. I won't annoy you, but don't hesitate to call if we can do anything, won't you?
Thanks, Neil. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Georgette Fishlock, mother of Tyler.